Mark, Northampton Town on Saturday, obviously another tough test for you lads, especially at Sixfield Stadium. How are you feeling going into the game?
Yeah, no, we're feeling confident. We looked at Saturday's game and things that needed to do better, and we're working on those. So we're going into Saturday's game really confident we can put in a complete performance.
And obviously, again, like I say, another tough sort of physical test for your team. And like I said, we've got sort of a slight, I should say, not inexperienced team, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
To go to a place like that is another tough test for them, isn't it? That hopefully they will overcome and learn from.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I think people don't really, we've only actually got 4 players in the squad that have played at this level. So there are things that are inexperienced, but I think we've already tidied up on that. Although the performance second half, especially Saturday, wasn't what we wanted on the ball. In the way we stood up to the physical test against a side who I believe were the best at set pieces last season, etc. The way we stood up to that physical test was really important, because you need that side of the game as well. So, we're fully aware of what we'll be coming up against Saturday, as well as a good sign.
But overall, like I say, obviously all changes, 20 new players, new staff, everything like that. See how well the current crop have gelled together. And obviously, like I said, with the injuries as well, they are doing very, very well.
I think the players have done remarkable, and that's not me trying to say it because we haven't won a league game yet. I think the players, in terms of the football on the whole, is remarkable because, like you said, it's 20 new players. We've never had those players together. I think the most we've had is 18 of them for 1 week, and it was literally 1 week's training. And the rest of the time we've had between 7 and 9 injuries. So I think in terms of when we've been good, how good it's looked, I still maintain it's promising for the future. And I understand, that league win hasn't come yet, but fundamentally we've played 3 league games, we've drawn 2 of them, and we lost 1. And I think the one we lost was possibly our best performance. We got undone by a couple of things. So I think there's so much the players can be proud of, as well as the individual development of players. You're seeing different sides to players as well that we wouldn't have seen before. So it's just, as I keep saying, my only concern right now is the amount of injuries, and we can't wait to get bodies back and really start working together as a complete unit.
And just touching on the injury situation, how are we looking squad-wise for Saturday?
Yeah, we've Mason Bennett, unfortunately, is out for Saturday. And there's another player touch and go, but we'll have to see. Yeah, we just can't seem to catch a break on it at the moment, but we have to keep cool heads. And as I said, 3, 4, 5 weeks, the situation could look very, very different. And I can't lie, the international breaks come at a good time for us. So we need to put in an excellent performance on Saturday, and then by the time we get to Rotherham, hopefully the picture looks a little bit rosier, and then the coming weeks after that, even rosier. More.
Yeah, like you say, touched on it, could look like a good time because obviously going to September, there's some big pictures in there, isn't there?
Yeah, all the games are tough. I think you've seen that. We know what we're up against, but we also know what the club want to do and how we need to do it. And I can't deny in the way we want to play. Of course, there's an element of risk, and there's going to be mistakes here and there, and you saw that against Mansfield. But we have to stay calm. The club have made it very clear in how they want to play, and I think that you've seen enough excitement to see when it's good. And then, of course, there's been some times when it looks a little bit nervy, and Saturday I totally agree. Second half we were doing the same thing and looking for a different result, which wasn't going to happen, but again, that's part of it. But we just have to remain calm because it's not going to change. But I believe when we get it right and it clicks, you're then looking at sustainable success for a club like us rather than just moments.
And just obviously reflecting a little bit on Saturday, a nice, very solid clean sheet, like I said, against a team who also scored quite a lot of set pieces.
Yeah.
Last season, how pleasing was that for you overall?
It was really pleasing, and the game sort of took 2 different angles, really. I thought, first 5 minutes it took time to settle down, then for 20, 25 minutes I thought we were really good. Did we carry the same threat as other games? No, we didn't, but we looked so composed, so controlled. And then the game took a turn on a couple of incidences, and I think we lacked the composure we needed and the problem solving we needed to keep what had gone on. But we did show another side to our game. Last 15, 20 minutes they're throwing balls in at us, and we dealt with it very, very well and limited them to shots from outside the penalty area. So again, we had to show a different element of our game, and an element of our game that we're going to need all the time.
And just going on to sort of the style of play that you've implemented into your players, obviously it's not something that Burton Albion fans have really seen before. And like you said again, the new players, they've adapted to the system very quickly, and it's been very, very eye-catching, hasn't it?
I think so. I mean, yeah, I think when it's been good, it's been really good. And when it's good, people will love it. And when it goes wrong, people will judge it and say what we're doing. That's football nowadays. But to get to where you want to go, I'm afraid to say you have to ride the wave. There's no other way. Even top clubs with massive budgets, when they implement a style, there's going to be errors. Do I want us to be playing passes that put us at high risk? Of course I don't. But you can't have one or the other. If you want to play progressive football and play through the thirds, there's going to be an element of errors here and there. Do we want to avoid them as much as possible? Of course we do, but you've got 20 new players. We've got 11 new players at the moment with the injuries, and it's something you have to go through. And you just hope that while you're going through it, it doesn't cost you. Did it cost us a bit at Mansfield? Yes, it did. But how fantastic the way we come back and still got a result and nearly won it. And you just have to ride the wave, and I just hope the fans understand that. I can't change how the fans want to think. I can only feed what I've arrived and what I heard in terms of what had gone on before. And but you can't celebrate things when it works well and ridicule it when it don't. It's what it is.
And just finally, obviously Friday is transfer deadline day. Obviously we've done a lot of business already in this midday, so what can Brewers fans expect?
Yeah, I as you know, I'm coming as head coach, not recruitment, so I don't know. Obviously, I can't lie. We're light in areas as it stands right now, but the problem you've got, if we bring players in and then players come back, then the squad's too heavy. So I don't know if the budget's there, and I don't know if that's something the club will want to do, as I said, because we're just in a really unfortunate situation with 8-9 injuries right now. When those come back, so I doubt very much whether there'll be knee-jerk decisions on where we look very, very light at the moment, and it's more about let's stick together, let's get through this spell together, let's be really, really positive, and when everyone comes back, we can keep growing our identity, keep growing our performances, and keep growing the winning results.
Thanks, Paul.
Cheers, thanks.